Recording in progress.
All right. So, where we last left off, some craziness happened at Candlekeep, and you were given an opportunity mixed with an ultimatum regarding what was needed for Renji to be allowed to return.
Bless you.
Thank you.
That was a sneeze to expel a demon.
Yeah.
Certainly.
I think a couple just came out.
Oh, that's where I put him.
You son of a bitch, get back in there.
You son of a bitch.
You cannot escape.
I told you not to go in there.
Stop bothering my friends.
Yes. As you head on the road, another game of 20 questions was played. And you found yourselves outside of the Friendly Arm Inn, which is a new construction being built, and ran into a familiar face for one. Conversation was had, and another ultimatum was given, however, by Renji themselves, about their intention to head home. And with that, we start tonight's session. It is the next morning. You are all have had your breakfast. You're heading out onto the road to continue your travels. Any conversation need to take place on this day of travel?
I gather me and Mother Dearest are awake about the same time.
Well, actually, your mother's probably up a little bit before you are, because you continued conversation after with your friends, and she went off to bed. But as you come down, she's already outside, gathering her things.
Yeah, I'm gonna go, Yeah, I'm just... Morning.
Morning.
I just want to make one thing clear.
I'm listening.
I do not apologize for what I said last night, as I meant every word.
I see.
But that doesn't mean I don't want to work to possibly make it better. It seems we all have a lot to work on. But none of us can do it alone. So I'm prepared to work if you are.
I suppose we shall see. You're going to unplug your headphones, throw them across the room.
Yep, and just, use it as a whip. I'm gonna make an insight check on them. Just to... I want to see if they are open to the whole idea of actually listening to what they've possibly done wrong in childhood, or whether they're just set on doing this and then possibly staying the same.
Okay, roll an insight.
But yeah, basically just want to make sure if they actually want to be a parent. Where was it? Where was it? 22.
Okay. This is a person who, I mean, you know your mom very well.
Yeah.
And she's been confronted with a very angry remarks about her character, and she has not even begun to process it yet. She's still within the initial stages of you don't know what you're talking about. So this is not this is going to be a long road.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay.
As is very common with these sorts of personalities.
Yeah. Okay. Renji will just wait until everyone's awake.
You all are
Uh,
able to gather, get some food.
One thing he will say to her mother: we are going to be waiting a while, as they're not exactly morning people like we are.
I see.
How long do you expect the journey to be?
Are you asking your mom or are you asking me above table?
Ask your mother.
Good night. Good night. Good night.
Night, Jerome.
Just say good night instead of bye. Take you out.
But yeah, ask your mother.
It's still a few days' travel. If we manage. Don't turn off my light.
Who are you talking to, mother?
Like, suddenly like flickered. I'm like, what?
Mother, you're hearing voices again.
It's fine, dear.
You're hearing voices too? That's my bit.
It will still be a few days if we manage to catch one of the river boats on the way back.
I could be able to help with that. Yeah, we'll wait until the others.
All right. You guys are all able to get up, get what you need, start heading downstairs, and continue on a very awkward journey with Renji's mother.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
So excited.
She's not one to initiate conversation at any point in time. If you guys want to talk with her, you're going to have to be the ones to start that.
Mm.
Kendall's kind of like, not my business.
Not my
Not my family, not my circus, not my monkeys, not my family, not my bullshit.
Mimi wants in on the tea. Naturally.
Oh, no, you know what? I expected that.
No, she's
Over the
extra.
next, we'll say over the next few days of travel so that we can.
Yeah.
You're able to ask whatever. What questions are you asking? What conversation are you starting?
The playlist just started playing Happy from Despicable Me.
That is so
I never saw that bit in the show. So I have no context. Hannah, I'm listening to the playlist from the vampire show that I saw with Alexi.
Oh yeah,
And Happy is in the playlist.
that's weird, but okay.
I never
Pop
saw
out, I guess.
that, so I don't know why. And then right after it is Sam Smith and Kim Petras Unholy. Mommy don't know, Daddy. That is such. Anyways, she's just gonna be like asking very casual questions like, so, what's your skincare routine?
I wash. She's very like off-put, but also very like stone-faced.
Really? You don't use any like toners, tonics, facial peels, exfoliators?
No.
You might want to. Cause like you look great. It's just like you'll feel a difference in your skin when you start to take care of it more.
I see. She's still like dead set staring straight ahead.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I don't mean to pry. I'm just curious though. Is the evil sword your side of the family or the husband's side of the family?
Renji, you start to feel a hot stare bore into you for a second. Mm-hmm. That mother's "what the fuck did you do" kind of stare. You seem quite informed.
I did tell you that.
Not- Yeah. They carry it around literally everywhere. Kind of hard to miss. Like it's kind of hard to miss anything about me, honestly. And Kindle's hot ass girl, get into it, cutie pie.
Kindle's like writing in her journal and just goes,
Find that shit.
she's like, yeah, right.
You're right. You're right.
You're right though.
You're right though. So
I hit my
is
toe.
that? Oh
You alright?
no! Oh.
Yes, I hit my big toe.
Oh no! There goes your OnlyFans. I'm in a weird mood. I'm sorry.
What?
I don't
No.
have an OnlyFans.
It's a.
I know it's a joke. Though. I get it.
Okay.
It's funny.
Look, I was hanging around.
But I was like, wait, what?
Look, I was hanging around with military people for 2 hours in armor, so my humor is.
Hmm.
So is that a question that you can or would like to answer, or is that like a you're gonna keep it to yourself kind of thing?
She doesn't say anything.
They're likely going to keep it to themselves.
Okay. I really like your shoes. I don't know who like made them, but like I really think that they like complement the rest of the fit. Like, you know, keeps it very like on brand for your style. Very cool. Very much here for it. And maybe we're just gonna talk little bits, long bits, and then leave her alone. And then talk a long time, and then leave her alone. And then talk a long time.
Love it.
Am I gonna have like permanent like burn marks at the back of my skull?
Every now and then you hear an audible sigh.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's very like quick responses that are very much like, why are we having a conversation kind of quick. And then when Mimi gets super rambly, it's just like a like that in the nose sigh.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I have had a number of those sighs before. I know.
Mm-hmm. Especially when it comes to certain people rambling.
Friends.
Anyway.
Anyway.
The next couple days of travel are just as peaceful as they have been. And before you know it, you are on the exterior of Baldur's Gate near the river Kyanthar. You do see a number of different river boats heading out of the harbor and back towards the east. If you guys are welcome to take a boat if you'd like, or you can hike it, but that's going to take a bit longer.
Well, definitely. Renji is going to find a certain family that owns a few riverboats.
Make a perception check.
Ah, 18.
18.
Yes.
You do see sitting on the edge, not only a familiar family style, but a familiar riverboat itself by the name of Our Lady's Favor. Sitting on the roof of that flat sort of, lock river boat style is a familiar fawn, like platinum blonde hair with golden streaks throughout, bright yellow freckles on her face, purple robes, sitting and writing on a little notebook. Anyone else can make a perception check if they like to as well.
Sure.
As
Why
you
did
see,
I close out Chrome? I need my character sheet.
Why did I do that?
Why did
Over the table, Renji knows. Mitch doesn't. This fawn's name.
this is a satyr by the name of Island Dorset. Her name is Island, and that she is part of the Dorset family.
Absolutely precious.
I'll wait for the others to do their perception checks, see if they see.
switching over to put my character sheet on my phone just so that I could like use less things for on my computer because
your computer hates Zoom.
oh,
Is
that was
that a
really
5?
good. 19.
19, Kindle, you do notice sitting on the roof of a barge, you kind of follow Renji's eye line and you notice that they're looking at long hair tucked back in dual buns, ram's horns on the side of her head, bright purple and lavender, different shades of purple, really, robes floating around, sitting cross-legged on the hood of this boat, writing in a notebook, and the crossed legs are furred in a golden and light brown fur. A satyr.
Kindle's gonna like do that like anime thing where they like slide into frame next to Renji. Just goes, oh, she's very pretty.
Yeah. Island?
What, do you have a crush or something?
Oh,
You yell out. You yell at Island.
Yep.
The head perks up. Oh, and she comes hopping down off of the boat and flips off into your path. Staff that was sitting next to her now in her hand. Welcome back.
How have things been?
Oh, same old, same old. You need another trip?
Yes, for all of us here. How goes your journal?
Oh, continuous, as always.
Where's everyone else? Not usually this bare.
Oh, they're all down below.
Ah,
Those are
well,
crewing. You need passage?
yeah. Back home.
Where are you heading?
Scornabel.
Again?
Yeah.
Didn't I just pull your ass out of there, but 4 months ago?
Yeah.
3 months ago? I don't understand time here.
Yeah.
All of you?
Start
Looking around at everybody else.
Everyone, this is Island Dorset. Helped me the first time around.
Question
Hi.
DM. How do you
Yes.
spell the name?
AISLINN.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
I just love that. Alice is just singing to the music.
It's Lady Gaga. I can't hold myself.
It's fair.
From her Chromatica album. And I'm so sad because it's one of my favorite Lady Gaga songs, and I missed that in the show. Okay, anyways, hurrying back.
Island, this is Bindle, Mimi, Ling, and my mother.
You're what now? And looks back, and your mom is just like, charmed.
Wow! Damn!
She's
Okay.
really bad at engaging in conversation, so just like let her do whatever.
Kindle's gonna do like, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well. Well, you're an interesting one, looking at you, Mimi.
Thanks. Thank you.
Fascinating.
I know, right? It's the tits.
That's not what I was going to say.
Believe it or not, they actually
But it's what you were thinking.
Believe it or not, Island, they actually don't mind being complimented on the boobs.
Or like anything, really. I put a lot of work into all of this.
So how are we traveling today?
I wasn't paying attention mostly, so we're traveling.
Renji, you know that she means how low key does this need to be?
Looks to mother. How discreet do you want to be?
You say that to your mom?
Yep.
Is there a reason we need discretion?
Multiple reasons, really. Do you know what's out there on the river?
I meant, is there another reason that you are hiding at the moment, Renji?
I'm just thinking of the safety of the entire group.
Island is watching this going, this is awkward. I'm going to let you chat. Shall we say just on the side of caution?
A side of caution. with contingencies.
All right. Well, we ship off in about 10 minutes.
Thank you, Alan.
I'll let Nani know. And she hops off. And she is very light on her hooves. You'll notice as she's hopping onto the ship and very comfortable on this
I'm gonna
riverboat.
insight Renji.
Okay, roll an insight.
Never mind, that is a nat 1. I don't know shit.
Now hold on. The dice could not be in my favor. No, fine. Yeah, you don't read shit.
I would have a 4.
7.
Ah, damn.
Even though my deception is only +1. He ain't a good liar. um. Hmm. Renji has nothing else to say. Really, it's just gonna wait.
Your mom starts to just gather her things off of. There's a moment where you see that she's just kind of stares at the driver of the cart and waits for him to unload things onto the ground at the least. Like, and he does before she grabs them and starts bringing them onto the boat. And you're just like, that's my mom. that makes sense.
Does Renji do it? Does Renji do it? Something wrong with your arms, mother?
Not at all. And when they're down on the ground, she starts to gather them and bring them onto the boat. After a moment, you watch Island kind of pop up above deck and just goes, "Well, get your asses on board."
Renji's gonna make a quick perception check, like full 360 to see if anyone's been following any shady characters.
Okay, make a perception check.
Ah, no! Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! 24. Natural 19.
Damn. So on the outskirts of Baldur's Gate where you are, there tend to be shady characters, people who are taking advantage of the throngs of folks coming in and out of town. You might see the random curious glance from a passerby, but no one seems to be stalking or following you guys. You do notice a couple individuals wearing a familiar gray armor lurking around, gray leather armor. Just kind of keeping an eye out around, but they don't seem to register you.
Gray leather armor.
Or your group.
Okay.
And you would recognize this armor from the last encounter you had with someone with this armor in Baldur's Gate.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Renji will head on to the boat.
Okay. The rest of you follow?
Yeah. On the boat we go.
All right.
Oh, we're hold on a second. Okay. Kindle's kind of like hesitant because she's fire and they're going on a boat. She's like,
Kindle, as you are outside of the city of Baldur's Gate, make a perception check to look around as well.
Don't fuck me up, please. 14.
14?
Mm-hmm.
Looking around, you also see throngs of individuals parading around. It's bustling as usual. And you see just closer to the gate, you swear you see someone in a familiar gray armor. This looks like one of the many thugs that you're used to seeing around.
She hits the deck.
You all watch as
She
Kindle
just
suddenly
nosedive.
sits down very quickly.
Insight check. 22.
You saw as she looked off towards Baldur's Gate, a look of fear in her eyes, and then she just hit the deck, and she's just like, and uncomfortable. You can tell something she saw spooked her.
Put a pin in that.
Yeah.
Renji will sit in between Kindle and Mimi.
Kindle's like on her stomach with her head like this.
Your mother's on the other side of the cockpit, just sitting very proper, and just goes, I see. Just like, that's it. That's all. She's just watching this and goes,
Girl, the absolute shade this woman is throwing, and I will get some sort of retribution out of this.
After a couple minutes of you sitting around, you watch as just the crew of this ship just come pouring out from the cabin below. It is a large, long cabin, as riverboats tend to be like large barges, or small barges, I guess. And you just see satyr after satyr all come up onto the deck, start untying the lines holding the boat to the dock, pushing off with the oars. And Island comes up and goes, hope you're ready to go. Let's start our travels.
Hello, everyone. Nice to see you all again.
Hey, wait. One of the older, scruffy bearded gentlemen just looks and goes, you're familiar.
Squanabel.
Ah, welcome back.
Yeah, heading on back now unexpectedly.
Well, shall we get going?
Please do.
You all set off on the boat and begin cruising along. Eventually, a older satyr woman, similar purple robes, comes above the deck with a tray full of little lunch meats and stuff and sets it down. It is going to be about, because you are repeat customers, at least one of you is, the whole travel itself is only going to be about 2 gold a person. But food is included, and you guys are able to make a nice peaceful trip towards Scornabel with this family of satyrs.
Renji will cover the whole thing for everyone.
Okay.
So that's 8 gold? No, 10. 10 gold. Me, Ling, Kendall, Mimi, Mother.
Yeah.
Don't worry, guys. I've got this one.
Boo. Like, I'm not gonna say no, but I don't approve.
Well, that's the least I can do. After all, I'm dragging you out here.
Not even.
Cool,
I mean,
and
technically, we're dragging you out here because the people back at Candlekeep were like, you better get this under control. So,
still, it's my fault.
is it though? Okay. Anyways. What's happening? She's looking at Renji like, what's going on? She's just been out of it for a while.
Heading back to Scornabelle, then back to my home to see if we can find an answer to this thing.
So we're leaving now. Okay.
Yes. There was a lot of satyrs on the ship, so be warned.
Cool. Very cool.
We're just gonna look to Kindle with an eyebrow raised, like a knowing eyebrow raised, just
Yes.
you good?
Yes.
You land.
She's like on the floor, like there's dust. Specks.
No, there's not. I'm very careful to keep this deck properly swabbed.
As I've noticed. I was mistaken. I'm sorry. Kendall's gonna do the slow, like, over the side of the riverboat to see if the coast is clear.
It's been a little bit of travel. You are outside of the view of Baldur's Gate.
She's like, dust herself off.
Anything you wish to talk about?
Other than what I've already told you? No.
Kendall, you dove headfirst in the boat.
Yes, I did.
Now, I may be of a very isolated environment, but something tells me that's not normal.
All right. Your best judgment, knowing what I've gone through, what do you think happened? Just give it a good old guess.
I'm gathering that you either saw something or someone.
Precisely. Does that explain the diving now?
Yes.
You have your answer.
Okay then.
Island very quietly pours water into a cup and hands it to you. Kendall goes, no need to worry here. We specialize in discretion.
So I imagine it's one of those long multi-deck riverboats with the tarp over.
Yeah, it's got like that long flattish top. You can go down below. Think Peaky Blinders.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so, yeah, no. Kindle, you are good.
Yeah, if you need to get down below, you can. Very easily.
Coo.
Eventually, this older satyr comes around. She comes back up now with a tray full of little cookies, and she's just like, anyone need one? Renji, you know this to be Nani. She is the matriarch of this family. She's the grandmother.
And I know that these cookies are fucking divine.
Yeah.
Renji literally goes,
These are your grandmother's ginger snaps. These are like...
oh, Kindle, actually, no, you need to try one of these. They are very fucking good. They are very good.
I will absolutely try one. Absolutely, yes.
Like, Renji would like take like 3, just going, it's very good to see you, Nonna.
Good to see you as well. Nice to see you're doing well. And kind of like gives your mother a look of and just keeps walking. Because there's a reason you guys were smuggled in the first place, okay? And they're very perceptive assholes. I have Island's character sheet and she's got a +7 for insight. They're perceptive as fuck.
Renji kind of looks at Nonna and just goes, speaking of which, how is everyone? Last I heard a few months ago, everyone was in good spirits.
That continues. We travel on and help who we can.
Wow. Good. God looks to Kindle. May just for certain benefit, we are likely to stay below deck for most of the time.
Of course. We have many guests who've done that. We specialize in helping people get out of unwanted situations here.
I was about to say sticky situations.
There's sticky and then there's
Difficult.
And that's what along with being great company, they are very very good at what they do. That and you will gain a couple of pounds just from Nonna's treats.
Kindle looks down at her very small frame, which has gotten better, but takes a bunch of cookies.
Yeah, no. As you do that, she just kind of like starts to hand you the plate. Beady-eyed grandmother's just like, you need to put some weight on, darling.
In that loving...
We need to protect this woman at all costs.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. In that loving yet caring, eat more, please. Or as my grandmother used to say, I've seen more meat on a butcher's pencil.
She'll take a bite of the cookies and just go, oh, I think these are really good.
Order. Would you like one, Mother?
I suppose I can try.
Hands on one. If she doesn't overact to Nonna's cookies, there's no hope.
Yeah,
No hope. Whoa.
there was a slight moment where you can see like the pause of, oh shit, and then it goes back to normal, and you're just like, you motherfucker.
Like, was that an inkling of emotion I just saw, Mother?
You have a cookie.
There's one downstairs.
We were just talking. I'm not supposed to eat after 7.
Well, that's your misfortune.
Roll of the dice, Hannah. Roll of the dice.
It could be worse. It could be worse. I made mousse last week. That could be in the fridge.
I don't think that's Hannah's thing, though. I don't think you like mousse.
Moose. I like moose. Oh, just barely. Okay, I resist.
You resist the
Just
cookie?
barely. Just barely.
I resist reluctantly.
Reluctantly.
There's kind of a smile on Renji's face, just like, now I know her weakness.
I'll be back with no cookie.
But catch up for Mimi. The Nana of the boat made cookies, and they are fucking divine.
Hang on. Did she give them all to everyone?
She came around with a little plate, offered it to people if you wanted to have taken when you could have. She's this sweet, older, like grandma-esque. The platinum blonde has shifted into a type of gray, a very neat gray that she keeps tightly bound. Beady little silver eyes.
Sweet little old lady.
Sweet little old lady.
I'm gonna just backtracking. As she comes around with cookies, I'm just gonna take a little piece off of one, and I'm gonna try it and see if I like it. And if I like it, oh hey, that's a pretty good cookie. I'll take it, eat it, not half bad, and then eat the whole thing.
Well, I'm surprised you like that at all. You hear from Island.
Yeah, I'm a super picky eater, so like I usually like the weirdest things.
Well, I imagine someone like you has a particular palate.
I'm sorry, did someone tell you something?
No. No one needs to.
They are insightful motherfuckers.
At least I don't have to like spill my guts now. I just didn't know if like somebody else had told you. But yeah, no, I like weird things. I eat it more for fun.
As long as you don't threaten my family, we're fine. That's all.
You have more to worry about my bat than of me, babe. Don't even.
Oh fuck, I forgot about Keith.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's definitely now like eyeing up, and then you see her like kind of tilt her head. And she's like, actually, make a perception check or arcana, either one.
I'll do perception.
Okay.
16.
16. You see a slight flash across her eyes, a very like silver flash, as she's almost like she's looking through a lens of magic. She's like, oh, interesting.
We're going through behavioral correction training with him. Work in progress. But aren't we all?
I suppose that's true.
Boobs.
Anything else you guys want to do or talk about on this trip?
Mimi's just gonna like keep an eye on this person. But like I can't tell if this is natural curiosity or if this like suspicious inciting. So just be like, you know.
Okay. You can make both perception and insight checks.
Okay. We'll do perception first.
Okay.
That's a 9.
Okay.
And I can also do an insight?
Mhm.
We'll do an insight. 11.
You do notice as you're traveling first that at night she does tend to sit on the top of the hood of the riverboat, for a extended period of time before coming down below for the evening. You also get a general sense that this is a relatively religious family, but that's about all you get.
Perf. Love that. Okay. Fun.
Renji, you would actually know that they are specifically followers of Nephthys, Egyptian goddess of
The harvest?
imperial rights.
How do you spell it?
If I can write it.
Ah, got it.
Nebuhet is the Egyptian pronunciation.
Burial rights?
Yeah.
Nephthys,
Egyptian
yeah.
goddess of death and rivers.
Yep.
All right.
And you probably would know in the time. Well, make an insight check with advantage just because of how you've known.
I
this
automatically have an advantage on inside
Then
checks.
just roll. Then just roll, bitch.
Thank God for the advantage. That was a natural one.
Amazing.
Opposite, natural 1, then 19 on the die. 22.
Eileen is a cleric, specifically a grave cleric. She helps the family run their burial rites.
So we could vibe. She be working with the dead, I be an undead. Ayo.
So your existence is kind of an abomination in her mentality as a grave cleric. But but because her family's tendency to help others in the form of escaping trafficking, she's like less apt to do anything about it. She's just maintaining the peace. She helps people get out of sticky situations, and you seem to be okay.
But like, I'm on brand with her vibe. I'm so on brand.
And she hasn't. Right now, you guys are cool.
Don't do any weird shit and we're fine.
Mm-hmm.
One of the nights when she's like out chilling, I might like peek out and then like take a little walk and be like, oh my god, hi. You like the night?
You're gonna
I do
walk on the
too.
boat?
On the top of the boat.
Sure. Well, maybe like on the top, but like talk to
Okay.
her on the boat.
I mean, it's
itself.
not like it's super high. It's relatively flat that sits like that is probably as steep as it gets up on the top where she's sitting. But you're welcome to come and sit with her for a while.
Yeah. Mimi will join that. Because the night is the only time that she can like not cover her cute outfits. So she'll like put on a little cute comfy fit, and then we're like, oh my god, hi.
Hi.
So you like the nighttime too?
It's peaceful.
It is, isn't it?
Very.
Time when everything is quiet and you can just not be disturbed by anything to intense, up, pointing up to the skies if the sun were there.
Yes, I'm sure that must be very uncomfortable.
It is. Yeah. Like there's like a good half a second where like I just sparkle and then I start burning. So it's fun for that half a second.
Well, I'm so sure you don't want to fall in there either, and kind of looks down at the river. Because one of the weaknesses of full-blooded vampires is running water.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay. We never said that Mimi was smart. What did you? We never said that. She's charismatic. So she'll just like sit next to her and be like, do you mind if I just chill?
Not at all. You're always welcome to join.
Oh,
We look so sad at the fact that all we got was a seltzer. You look so upset that all you got was a seltzer.
Slight derail. But,
Because I am upset.
you know the
Because I'm
Disney.
being good.
Being so good.
You know how Disney Plus are coming out with the Percy Jackson and the Olympians TV show?
Oh, I saw their today's announcement.
What happened?
Lin-Manuel
Lin-Manuel
Miranda
Miranda's joining.
is playing Hermes as
I knew it.
Percy
You
Jackson.
just had to say Lin-Manuel and I knew it was Hermes.
I'm so
I feel
I'm
like that
so on board
kind
with
of
this.
fits.
That's actually really good casting.
I mean, he did a good job with playing Gizmo Duck in the reboot of DuckTales.
Also,
He did great.
Also, he did amazing in his Dark Materials.
Yes.
Like,
Mhm.
Also, I'm actually very glad that his Dark Materials actually went back to the original source material instead of the Golden Compass movie that we got with the. I'm fine.
They really did well.
Oh, they did.
They did really well.
I think College Humor said it best. But no, not the book. The movie. All the religious themes are removed, which kind of made what made the book enticing. Anyway, sorry for the derailment. I was just like,
That is okay. So, other than that, was there anything else you wanted to discuss with Island, Mimi? As you're sitting on the
Not really. She'll just chill and meditate next to her and just vibe. She's like, I don't feel the need to engage in conversation with this person, but I want to be cool with this person. So I'm going to be nice to this person. And I'm going to show that I can be chill in a space with this person.
Yeah, she does. As she's sitting there, you can tell that she's probably doing her nightly prayers. Before eventually she just kind of sits and chats and hangs out, I guess.
Yeah. Mimi will just engage in general conversation there, talk about fashion and convenience of fashion on a boat and interact with her and like be like, so what's your like you blah 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 stuff like that.
What's your you? Amazing.
I mean, like, what's your style like? What do you like to do for fun? Just kind of phase through that as conversation flows.
Well, I just help out my family however I can. There's many people who need passage to safety where they need to go and collect money whenever we can.
Felt that. That's cool. That's real cool. I really appreciate how you guys help people and that's your whole thing. That's really admirable.
Well, thank you.
Oh. I love the purple, by the way. I think your use of color in your outfits is really nice.
Well, thank you for that as well. This is quite an ensemble as well.
Thank you. It's been years in development.
I'm sure. How many, if you don't mind me asking?
This 50, I want to say. Which is new for me.
How long have you been around?
Yes. How long? It's been a while.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. I can't really I'd have to look at a history book and look at paper to tell you exactly how long. I just okay. Sorry, my alarm. I mean it's definitely been a couple 100 years. Not close to 1,000 yet. We're not there yet.
Wow. Impressive.
Very, yeah. I don't know how many vampires get to live that long because most of the time, vampires are victims of their own hubris. So
That's accurate.
yeah, a lot gets to your head when you're immortal, but a lot is in my head because I'm sexy.
You're certainly an interesting one.
I try to be. I've had a lot of time to figure out exactly who I'm happiest as. And this is it.
We should all hope to be like that. Find what makes us the most content.
Definitely. That's what I try to help my friends get to. Because they've had so much through their lives that they don't deserve. And they should just figure out what part of them makes them the happiest and exploit that as much as possible.
Good goal.
Yeah. Would you say you're at a part where you're happy, or you are the way that you are out of circumstance and convenience?
Oh, I've grown quite content in where I am in life.
Good. That's good. If you want to be thriving, may I suggest some platform shoes?
Well, and she kind of holds up her hooves. Tends to be a little bit more difficult.
Difficult, but never impossible. And then she's gesturing to her corset, and she's like, they said it could never be done. I was all blah blah boom, body yaddy yaddy. My belly be out, and I love my belly. Don't get me wrong, I love her. She's real cute. And then I was like, you know what? Let's just make this small. And here I am. And it's so unnaturally small. She's like, they said it could be done. And I did it.
You did it. You certainly did.
So who's to say you can't get what you need for you to thrive?
Well, I am fine with the few moments that I decide to get actual shoes, and she's like points to the horseshoes kind of a thing. She's like, but they tend to scuff up the deck, and so trying to avoid it much.
That's okay. But that just means that you can have really special shoes that you can use for really special occasions.
I suppose. It's very difficult to find a farrier who's willing to work with this, though.
No way!
They're used to working on horses, not satyrs.
But that just means you get a more invested customer in your product.
That's all right. We don't mind so much.
Well, they're lost because I see nothing but potential here.
She just kind of smiles and laughs.
You have a nice smile. I like seeing you kind of happy.
Well, you're always welcome to join us around here, as long as you like.
Thanks. Well, I gotta help out Renji with all this. I guess it's family stuff. I gotta help him out.
Watch out for them on that. Last time I saw them, they were moving as far away from family as possible.
Yeah. Now they're gonna be right back in the jaws of the beast.
Anybody else have anything they want to do on this evening as this conversation takes place? The next couple days go by without incident. You're able to travel along the river.
That just
No
means
issues.
the incident is coming.
And before you know it, you start to see a small caravan-style town. Muddy banks, wagons and tents, all filled with people shouting, advertising their wares. As you have reached Scornabel. You're able to disembark. The family waves goodbye as you all head out towards town.
Before heading out, Ranger will look to Island. Thank you once again.
Of course. Make sure you take care of yourself, yeah?
I'll try. And let me know how the journal goes, and I'd like to read it.
Be careful. Be safe.
I will be. And also, tell Nonna to never change that cookie recipe, ever.
Oh, never. Absolutely never. Now we just need to get her to fucking tell us what it is.
You know she would take it to the grave, right?
That's the problem.
I can't be any help with that. Ever thought about getting a wizard to do a mind boogity boogity?
Well, we'll see. We'll see. She's tough. She's a tough old broad.
Yeah. Safe journey.
And you. And you know, if you need any help, you know where to find us.
You'll leave.
All right.
Slides in.
What? What?
Nothing.
But you can't just leave.
I'm just saying, I think there's chemistry there.
I am like, am I getting those heated eyes in the back of my skull again?
No. Your mother actually would have gone off a little bit ahead. Make a perception check.
No. 10.
You can't. You see that a small don't want to trigger anyone, but like Carrier Raven shows up and she, has a message from it, but the bird heads off. It's not the same one. It's okay. Mimi just immediate is like, bird!
Bird, get it! No, Mimi!
It's a different kind of ADHD distraction. Instead of squirrel, I am hyper on a bird. So whenever I see a bird, I'm like, bird!
Raven!
Little caw motherfucker!
If Mimi starts yelling out caw caw motherfucker, I will just
I can't.
You might just.
I can't.
Go the next chapter.
I just want to move on. Oh boy. Yeah. Renji, I imagine Renji knows the way off by heart from here.
Mm-hmm. Now you are able to explore in this town a little bit if you want. There are a couple buildings, but it's mostly different tents. There's a couple of inns, caravans, lots of different traders.
He'll put it towards the group and just ask, do you guys wish to head straight there, or do you want to explore for a bit?
Some food.
Yeah, that you guys need to eat, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Any place you'd recommend?
Well, how often did Renji stop for food when visiting Scornabel?
Once a month with his dad?
All right, I see a hand.
I believe when I very first met Renji, I history checked the area and I'd briefly been there.
Yeah.
Would I possibly remember any places that my companions, if I had companions, stopped to eat?
Make a history check. You are so good at these.
I'm so great at them. They're the best thing I do. That's a 21.
Oh my god, yes. I love it. There's a couple. There's actually quite a lot.
Okay.
Let's see. There is a fest hall called Mother's Minx. There is a tavern called the Dusty Hoof. There's the Far Anchor. There's the Jaded Unicorn. There's Traveler's Rest. There's Randy Wench.
My goodness. Mimi's just gonna be like, well, I remember the last time that I was here, I was traveling with some people and they all went to like list off the different places to eat. She's like, so any of those places, they seem to really enjoy it.
You pick Mimi.
The unicorn place is nice.
Very well.
So you guys head towards the Jaded Unicorn. It looks like at one point it was, as you head towards it, it looks like on the outside at one point it was a warehouse that's been turned into an inn. Except on the outside, there is a very large, very purple unicorn statue wearing makeup on its exterior. You walk past this giant, gaudy statue and open the doors, and you're immediately blasted by noise and smell. As this place is rowdy, I'm a little bit rancid. I love that you're like, this place is nice, and I'm reading the description going, no, it's not.
No, that's the loudness is probably why Mimi likes it.
There are it's very noisy, it's extremely crowded. There are random brawls breaking out in different corners that are broken up by some of the more sturdy members of the staff. There's quite a few individuals of multiple walks of life in here, from dwarves and gnomes and elves to half-orcs and full orcs in this establishment. And you are able to get basic food here. You're pretty much, it's bread, cheeses, stews, trout. It's very cheap food.
Oh yeah, we had so much fun here. Is this okay, guys, or do you want to go somewhere else?
I'm okay with this, I'd say.
No. How do you feel?
Of course.
Cool. I don't remember if this is like a you have to get wait to be seated or if you seat yourself. Falls fails, we can sit at the bar if there's any seats left.
Sure.
You guys are easily able to get a ramshackle table that looks less broken than the rest. And Renji, your mother is just kind of following along like,
oh yeah.
It's very much of a,
still here.
She's very stoic as usual, but the way she's looking around is kind of like, this was a choice.
Choices.
This was a choice.
Choices. Mimi's
Renji just kind of looks to mother. I'm sure they have a good selection here.
I'm sure.
Renji's going to go up to the bar.
Okay. You go up to the bar.
Before doing that, just turns to the rest. Drink, Kindle.
Water.
Wine, Mimi.
give me something really rancid.
Got it.
Asked for that exactly.
I got you. Looks at the mother. I doubt they will have tea.
Water will be fine.
Heads up to the bar. Excuse me?
Yes. The burly half-orc gentleman side shave, ponytail pulled back for the rest of his hair. What can I get for you?
3. First of all, for our table, the one with the. Just look for really big boobs. Bring it back, dude. Just a platter of food.
All right, we can do that for you.
3 waters and the what? But the one with the boobs asked for something rancid.
I'm sure we can do that. Give me a moment.
We're just gonna wait.
Okay.
He's gonna wait at the bar. Wait until he gets the water.
Yeah. The waters are brought out first, and he kind of disappears into the back.
Pinky in the water. Is it safe?
It's safe. It's safe. It's probably a little bit stale. It's like tap water. It's doable. I saw a hand.
Hate the taste of tap water.
I know.
Ugh.
Tap water in Scotland is triple
that
distilled.
metallic
so
aftertaste.
Just tastes like dirt.
The water fountains at
Metal.
my high school tasted like blood.
Yep.
That's problematic.
Hmm.
Oh my
And I just had a hand
triple
iron.
distilled.
To make sure that you were okay because you were dying.
Oh yeah, I'm good.
It's not like our water's triple filtered. Yeah. And again, it's just waiting for the rancid.
Yeah. He disappears into the back and then comes back faster than you were hoping
Oh no.
to come
Oh,
up
no.
with such a concoction, and he sets down in front of you a tankard that looks like it's probably ale. It smells like it's gone bad. Like there's this.
It's skunked.
It's skunked, and I don't know if you've ever been to like the bottom of the keg that's been there a while, so it's starting to get sediment.
No.
So it's starting to get sediment and like bits in it.
No. No. No.
Adams, keep sending their expired shit. We don't need to go there.
Oh no, it's even worse when it's like still ale. Ugh. Okay. Oh, yeah. Sorry, that.
This is such a perfect time for our newcomer to arrive.
Right. Bring in the waters and the. Kindle, mother, me, and Mimi.
Then I'm gonna give myself an advantage because I usually like gross stuff. Oh, I needed that. Okay.
Don't forget to change your name, Jinx.
Hi. Yeah, no, Mimi loves it. At first, she's like,
Oh my god.
What the? Whoa.
God damn it, Brian. Why?
What's your pecs?
If you stare at them long enough, they end up looking like boobs.
yes.
I want to say this is probably like Jared Leto, but I'm not sure.
No, that's not Jared Leto.
It could be.
It's
Could be.
it's not.
Oh my
With a Fabio twist.
Christ, it's Rune's ass all over again.
Mhm.
Yeah, but this time it's staying. I've had a long day, guys.
Mm.
I believe it.
I think we all have, though. Also,
Yeah.
hi! Sorry to interrupt. Go ahead, continue.
As
Hi.
this actually is a good segue, as Renji, you bring the drinks back to the table, make a perception check with advantage.
Oh, I needed that. Oh, 23.
23. As you're bringing them down, setting them out, noticing and kind of at the fact that Mimi is actually enjoying this drink, you see off in a table close to the door, but in a corner, almost as if trading themselves to be okay with this kind of a crowd, a very familiar ASMR that you haven't seen in a while, not since you kind of like dropped him at his parents' place.
Jinx.
Um,
You want to join us?
yeah. Hi, how are you guys? How are you, Renji?
Next question.
Jinx, you are currently in the rowdiest tavern in the town of Scornabel, which is east of Baldur's Gate. You came here kind of drawn by the energy of that travel. You're not really sure as to why, but you're trying to get yourself used to larger crowds again, and you found yourself here, and it is uncomfy.
I don't like it.
It is boisterous, it is loud, there are people, there are, all the sounds that you're used to hearing just because you're you. There's brawls happening in the corner. It's not your normal scene.
This wasn't intentional, but
Do you guys have a table outside of this craziness?
I don't know if they use tables outside. I'd have to ask a waiter. I've only ever sat inside. Also, hi.
Hi.
Hi,
Um,
doing?
Big hugs. Big hugs to everyone.
I just hit my lamp. Oh my lord. She gives a very big hug to Jinx.
The biggest hug.
Eventually, the half-orc returns with a large plate of small cheeses, somewhat stale bread, some like pickled fish, some cured meats. Very basic fare here. That's also why it's so cheap. Everything totaled, all of it, drinks and everything, it's probably 2 copper.
I'm
Whoa.
sorry, what?
It's really cheap here. It is cheapy cheap.
Ooh. That's why my companions liked it so much last time. They were broke.
Well, it explains why it's so busy here.
Yeah. We can see if we can put this in like a little box and then we all head out and
Actually, I think I'm okay for now.
you sure?
No. But I'm gonna try it.
Okay. Well, you still have those headphones, right?
Oh, the earmuffs, yeah.
Okay.
But I don't know. I feel like we faced a lot together. Knowing you guys are here, I feel more comfortable.
Okay. Just don't make yourself too uncomfortable, okay? If you get overwhelmed, let us know. Like overboard overwhelmed.
As you're having this conversation, Jinx, you notice, looking at your friends, there is another individual at the table that you don't recognize. Older elven woman, so not particularly old looking. Long black hair that's very properly held up. Looks similar to Renji, actually. And she's just very looks like she like took one sniff of the water and just kind of is now holding it.
Hello.
Hello.
You can call me Jinx. I see you're a friend of Renji?
This is my mother, Jinx.
Well then.
Another one of your companions then?
Yes.
I see.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet you.
And you.
She is lying through her fucking teeth. We're just on our way. Renji would take the time to kind of catch Jinx up. But over the table, right? I don't know how much you are caught up.
In 84 years.
Your mother does suggest that we possibly begin the travel before we get too far in that conversation, as it is still a long trip.
Without spilling too much details, basically, Renji would just be like, had to get away from Candlekeep. We are also on our way to go to a place called Which Way?
Which way?
Mimi. You're better off to describe that one.
Which way is in the map that weird crow gave me, and is like home territory, essentially.
Oh.
But we're taking care of some business with Renji first, and then we'll migrate to that area because we can travel there from here, I think.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Sorry, I'm a little out of it, but also, it's so good to see you guys again.
I know.
It's good to see you.
Are any of our other compatriots traveling with you?
Ling does pop up and just like, "Hi, Jinx."
Hi.
I feel like Ling has just been that weird half cat form this whole time. And he's just like not saying anything. It's my own personal headcanon now.
Oh, that's okay. All right. Well, you mentioned that we were heading out soon.
Yeah. I think we were gonna migrate to, correct me if I'm wrong, Renji's family home or somewhere else.
Family home.
Thought so. Okay. That's what we're doing.
Okay. Well, it'll be nice to be outside again. Let me just see if they have more rations that we can take with us, and I can pay the tab for whatever.
Don't worry your pretty little head. Don't even. It's okay. We will cover it.
You're pretty. You're pretty.
I know. Yeah, more time.
Gods and goddesses, I missed you.
Oh.
But no, really, we should get extra rations just in case. I'm not sure how far we're going, but
Yeah.
it tells me we're going to be traveling for a while.
I mean, it helps that the stuff is like dirt cheap, so
Yeah, they offer stew for like practically a song.
Yeah, no, that tracks.
Kendall, how are you doing?
I'm doing as well as I can. I'm hanging in there.
Well, that makes two of us. It is good to see you as well.
Glad to see your friendly face.
Well, yes. Hopefully, I didn't miss anything too outlandish. But again, let's talk on the road.
Breaks the fourth wall.
Is he kidding me or what?
That moment in any Office episode where they just look at the camera going,
Jim stares.
but yeah.
I love how we're still looking at this man's pecs. Very, very.
Yeah, I'm.
No thoughts, only boobs.
Yes.
Only boobs. No face. Only boobs.
Only boobs.
Only titties.
Internet-friendly boobs.
Titties!
The
What?
That
fuck?
was a fun charm. Or chime.
The fuck?
What was that?
I have no idea.
Sounds like it came from you, Sarah.
Yeah,
I know, but the only thing that popped up as a notification was the fact that it boosted speed on my RAM, but that's never made a sound before. So now I'm just confused.
That was a little bit weird.
Time
I
to check
don't
out your order now.
understand. I don't know what just happened. Okay, we're going to ignore that happened at all. I guess.
Anywho.
Anywho,
Anywho,
you are able to get Jinx caught up with the why you needed to leave Candlekeep. Okay, how much are you telling, and who is telling Jinx? I actually do need to know this. Are you telling him why you had to leave Candlekeep? You might as well just play this one out because Jinx has no idea.
Ryan has no idea.
As you're walking, you can.
I messed up. Big time.
What do you mean?
So I was under some otherworldly influence.
Been there, done that. You know what?
His mother's here.
Yeah, your mother's within earshot, right?
Oh yeah.
As your mother is a little bit ahead of you. You cannot. I mean, you don't know if she's listening.
Mimi will distract the mother, talk her ear off.
You just walk up and she's like, "Oh, you've returned."
Yeah, no. So I was wondering what you thought about that restaurant because, like, I remember it from a long time ago. Like, I kind of fight with it and blah, 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 blah.
Last
Yeah.
time I gave it 3 stars, but this time I give it 4 stars. But
I
only because of the prices. I
like
don't-
I like the drag queen unicorn in the front, but everything else after that experience, I'm like, not really for the girls, gays, and days, you know.
Madison with a
Oh,
Y, but it's not with two
Not what
N's
you
and a Y,
think.
but it's not where you think. Like that's the attitude you're giving off right now, and I love it.
the
Thank you.
OGGT.
Continue on your as far as you can tell, Renji, your mother is well distracted.
Yeah. I under this influence, I killed a civilian.
Oh no.
Out just outside the walls of Candlekeep.
Was it anyone we know?
No.
I'm sure they were probably innocent, huh?
Very likely.
Well, who's to say I haven't committed worse sins? But I'm so sorry that you're going through this, and if there's anything I can do to help, even if you just need to atone or track down
well,
who they were, or
we're going to my family home to find some answers, as well as have a chat with a few people.
okay. Yeah, I'm definitely down to travel with you, and if you need anything from me, I still feel a little lost. I think being away from home for so long has sort of left me a little I can't even think of the word. It's like
Homesick.
right on the tip of my brain, but um
Homesick.
oh, it's focused, unfocused. I don't
Distracted.
you see that Jinx like sort of like has like an emptiness in his eyes for a second, and he just says, um no, it's not like before, but there are gaps, there are holes in my memory, and sometimes they return.
Well, if there's anything we can do, just let us know.
I appreciate you guys. You've become sort of like my family outside of my crazy family.
I know that feeling all too well. Isaac kind of eyes mother.
Mm.
Your
Um,
mother could radiate irritation. It's like there's an aura. This is like the anime flames around a calm looking individual.
I love it.
I'm okay with this.
I almost typed in Facebook. That could have been a mistake.
Yeah, no, don't do it.
I'm curious.
You almost stepped in a Fey book?
No, I almost typed in Facebook.
Oh.
So that happened.
Um, and because of that, Candlekeep gave me an ultimatum of sort it out or never come back to Candlekeep. So yeah.
Wow. That's even more mysterious than I think any of us could have expected.
Well, They were surprisingly polite about it. Even though they did kind of keep me in a pocket dimension.
Well, yeah, that makes sense. But sort it out.
Yeah.
That's wow. Okay, well, whatever you need. You have my leer or lyre, however you pronounce that thing that I'm
Liar.
proficient at.
Liar.
I'm just kidding. I'm a liar because I have drums. Sorry, Mitch. It's good to be back, guys. I missed you.
Huh. Oh, Jesus.
Despite our collective sigh, great to
Yeah.
have you back.
Yeah, no, despite it, good to have you back.
Ay.
Um, yeah, no. Other than that, sorry, I'm going through an ADHD moment right now.
No, it's okay. You know that I had several friends that I lost quite literally. Like they're just gone from my memory. I don't know what happened to them. All I know is that we were thick as thieves, and you know, anything could have happened to them. They could still be alive. They could be dead. I could have killed them. They could have killed me and then brought me back to life for some reason. But the one thing I know for certain is it's a lot easier to do whatever you have to do with the help of others. So
Yeah.
I really am here for you as often as I can be.
That's appreciated.
It is about this moment that, as you've been walking, you've reached the outer gates of your family's monastery, home, farm combination. And waiting at the exterior is your father.
Well,
Okay.
You want me to whack as spunk as him?
Stern as ever. Standing by as you approach.
Mm-hmm.
In the entryway of the road.
Renji will walk behind Mother.
Your mother continues forward, ends up standing next to your father and facing towards you. As they now both stand, almost blocking your entrance into the home. And your father looks to you. Renji,
Father?
based off of a message from your mother, things have gotten more complicated for you. Am I wrong?
Holds up his hands.
Then why have you returned? 'Cause, 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 'cause
For answers.
What answers are you hoping for here?
I'm hoping for full transparency, which is apparently hard to acquire in this family.
Ask your questions. We will answer them.
First of all, where's the lost one?
Not here.
Where?
Still out looking for you.
In that case, we need him here.
Why?
As I'm not the only one with some explaining to do.
I require further details.
Have you seen him with a new blade recently?
Perhaps. Not that I paid it any mind.
You don't pay a lot of things any mind.
Careful.
His blade may be a solution. I'm not sure.
A solution.
Yes.
How is another blade a solution? What sort of blade do you think he has?
I do not know.
Your brother has shown none of these signs and gestures to your general.
You just said
You
it to
just
all of
pointed
me.
all of me.
I would like to wave in the background while like standing next to Mimi.
Any outward sign of any sort of influence or corruption? Unlike you, apparently.
To my mind, even before picking up the blade, he did. But when I brought it up, you just dismissed it.
Not possible.
Why do you look like a member of the Beatles?
I bought these fake bangs for my Elvira costume this year, and they've become my favorite accessory. And then I just realized I could make myself look like Will Byers or a coconut head. And now I am also a member of the Beatles, so mission accomplished. The
Yeah.
intrusive thoughts won.
Yay.
Okay.
Amazing.
Yeah,
All
continue.
right. You know what? I'm not even mad about it. From what I understand, I did kill him. But then he came back.
Even if that were to be true, what would possibly bring him back besides that? Indicating the blade at your hip. Which means that in killing him as you believe you've done, you've caused some sort of corruption yourself on him.
I thought he was corrupted, and I tried to disarm him and not harm him whatsoever. But the next thing I knew, the blade of my hip was in his chest.
Make an insight check.
Hold on, Bardic Inspiration.
Are you D6?
Yes, please.
$26.
Your dad is typically relatively hard to read, though not nearly as difficult as your mom is. And the more you're talking about your brother being corrupt and there's and this violence that took place without his knowledge, and everyone's like, it's building up in more and more irritation and anger.
Mm-hmm.
And he's still blocking you from entering the home.
Mm-hmm. Did you really not see what he was like before? Did you not
He's
see?
just staring at you.
It's much more aggressive, emotional, which is not that hard in this family, it seems. Out of concern and out of love, I checked on him during the night to make sure that there was nothing needing of immediate concern. And what did I find? Him with this blade. And the next thing I knew, he was on the ground. Renji will undo his robes and shows a scar. Well, scarring from base of the ribs to the top of base of the bottom right rib to the top of the chest. This is what happened.
Make another insight check.
That's a natural 20. Thank God for advantage.
This time you still see a sense of disbelief from your father of, you're corrupted by the blade, nothing you say can be taken seriously mentality from your father.
Yeah.
you almost see a more visceral reaction from your mother, which was unexpected. She's still very stoic outwardly, but there was a moment of, you're still her son. You're still her child.
Yeah.
But your father is very disbelieving. And I need you to make a wisdom save. Five, six.
Mm-hmm.
As you are trying to convince your father of what happened, trying to get him to believe you, he just doesn't listen. How come he never listens? And that voice creeps into the back of your mind. I told you coming here was a waste of time. We could release that feeling of rage if you like. Let him understand that feeling. Or we could just leave. Find your brother on your own terms. If he's out there looking for you, then he'll find you soon enough, and we can have a conversation in person. Shall we?
You're actually leaving it up to me.
You do hear there's nothing for you here.
Renji will hold fast. And look to Thistan. I need to know what you know.
The Legend of the Blade, you mean?
Everything.
Its story is told from person to person through the generations of a bladesmith who was well known for his craft, her craft, someone's craft. And they were commissioned to make a wondrous blade. However, the one who commissioned the blade insulted the swordsmith on what they thought of as their finest work. And a rage swelled within them, and they murdered their patron and the accompanying envoy. And then loved that feeling and went on a spree through the countryside. It wasn't until a couple decades later, I believe, that eventually karma caught up with them. and they were wiped out by someone whose family was annihilated. The two of them killed each other. Legend goes that the soul of the creator of the blade, so enthused by their bloodlust, was absorbed into the blade itself, continuing its corruption through the generations. It was one of your ancestors who found the blade and brought it into our family for protection, to guard it against future bearers. It has not always been successfully hidden away. We've had to retrieve it on a few instances. Those who are corrupted often annihilate themselves after some time, and we can retrieve it then. Those under its influences do not re-enter the gates of this home.
I want to make an inside joke to see if it's telling me the whole thing.
Make an insight check. Is that a nat 20?
If the Candlekeep wants to be
He is telling you everything he knows. You've not been lied to about the family's knowledge of the blade. You all were told what he has been told. You gather that over the time, over the decades and centuries, bits of the story have just become unknown, as is often with words of mouth stories.
this is Renji to Vistan. And I take it any official record, any official written stories are long gone.
Under my father's leadership here, there was a point where there was a fire. Most of those records were lost.
Who started the fire?
We never figured that out. But that was when I was a child.
What would happen if I were to come into the threshold? Or are you just denying me on principle?
We here will do what we must to protect those within.
All right. Holding it by the sheath and getting it out of his belt.
When you reach for the weapon, he does as well.
You really think I'm that far gone?
I don't trust it. Nor should you.
Did I ever say I trusted it? My friends can vouch that it's up to no good.
Are you trying to offer it up? Just so I know what's going on in your head.
Renji is going to attempt to just throw the blade on the ground.
I need you to make a wisdom save with disadvantage.
Yep, that's what I thought.
Before you even make that motion.
Yep. 19
with disadvantage.
With disadvantage, I rolled a 16 and a 17.
Even with disadvantage, though, this thing is powerful as shit. You can't put it down. Giving it up would be like giving up a piece of yourself. No. You have to solve this mystery. You have to figure it out.
Here's the thing, in Renji's mind, there are two options. Renji stands his ground, enters his home, and waits until the lost one gets back. Option number 2. Renji eventually goes out to find him. When we have time. One more thing I need to ask you, just so I'm here. Why did you favor a lost one more?
You misunderstand.
How can I misunderstand what I'm not being told? How can I misunderstand what I see with my own eyes?
You are both my children. You were both given opportunities to succeed. And a lost one did. More often than not. If you interpreted that in a different way, that shows more on your character.
No, it does not. It shows more on you. You thrive on the success of your prodigy, when you should be thriving at their efforts. You despise failure.
There is no place for failure here.
So I imagine you are relieved that I was gone.
Believe what you will.
I'd much rather actually hear from your lips, and none of this dutiful rubbish, none of this actually shows some emotion, apart from disdain, apart from just the things I did, the things I tried to do for you, so that you could see that maybe I'm not the same as a lost friend, but I have my qualities. But you refuse to see me for me instead of just the younger sibling. But I don't even feel that bad for myself. I feel bad for the amazing woman who got the brunt end of it. To have had my fair share of differences, but that's one hell of a woman to deal with you. Renji turns and leaves.
Okay. Do the rest of you follow? Kendall, Jinx, and Mimi, do the rest of you follow Renji as Renji is now walking away?
Renji went off on one. Bit of a microphone drop.
I'm gonna give Renji some space.
So you're just staying outside the gate while the parents are just standing there, or are you like following from a distance?
Kendall will follow at a distance
Okay.
to give space, but also because last time
Don't walk too far from me. No more random murder.
No more murder. Oh. But I wanna no.
All right. If any of you look over your shoulder, it's a while before you see either of them walk back inside the temple-like grounds. And you all head back on the road towards Scornabel. You do reach Scornabel by dusk, late in the evening, as it is a long travel between the two locations.
Let's take that as a sign.
I'm like, even I'm starting to be like,
Oh, we were gonna call it as soon as we got back to Scornabel anyway, but I think that's a great indication.
what? Oh my god.
Oh.
I love us. I freaking love us.
But that just shows you he wants to be here so bad.
I know. But I like that, like, as much as it was hilarious, and but it was also kind of adorable. Oh.
I kind of
I'm
feel
gonna fall asleep.
bad. Oh.
So you find yourselves on the edge of the caravan town of Scornabel, where you are welcome to either get a room at the inn, one of the local inns, or camp out on the outskirts. People do both.
Can we not sleep with the unicorn? I don't want to have to get like several tetanus shots.
Yeah, no. No.
I mean, it's cheap.
I know, but I don't want it to be like in Stranger Things. That's staying. I don't know what that is.
I don't know what that is.
There is the Traveler's Rest. There is the Fish'em and Smoka. If we would just call it fish smoke. Um,
Right.
there is the Raging Lion.
Traveler's Rest sounds good.
Sounds like what we're
It's
looking for.
very basic accommodations, relatively cheap. You're looking at about 2 copper per person, or 2 copper per room, and there's only like 3 rooms available. So you guys will have to double up. But you were able to get a decent night's sleep, some easy food as you prepare for your journey towards Fort Morning Lord to go all the way to the Dales. And that is where we will pick it up next time.
Alrighty.